short. I graduated Cypress class of, I guess that was winter 2020s when we graduated. Before Cypress, I was working as a plumber. A bunch of us got laid off, and I talked to my probation officer and said, "Do you know of any training programs?" And she pointed me towards Cypress, and I called and talked to Mr. Shanks. He told me about all the opportunities, told me, they had relationships with some unions and BART and PG&E. I went to the orientation and I was like, oh, these guys are serious, this is going to be interesting. But I knew it was the type of environment that I could thrive in. I took it really seriously from the first day. I sat up front, I listened to everything they said, and I think the most valuable information I got from there was not necessarily like specific skills about the trades, but just the knowledge about what it takes to succeed, what it takes to get into these unions, and what they're expecting of you once you get there.
Thank you, Daniel, for sharing your personal story, and we wish you all the best as you find a true profession in the trades. Your story, like many others before you, is a testament to the mission of our organization. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cypress Mandela's Celebration Fundraiser. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to share a little time with us today. We were really hoping to have a huge gathering at the center to showcase the facility and all the learning that goes on. I know COVID has changed all of our lives and probably for a long time. I just hope that everyone stays healthy and we can get through this together. In the meantime, welcome to Zoom. My name is Mike Hester. I am currently the president of the board for the Cypress Mandela Training Center and work with very dedicated board of directors that I would like to introduce. Bernita Reagan, Meriwether and Williams, is vice president. Rafael Gonzalez, president of Labor's Local 304, serves as secretary. Jonathan Dumas, with City of Oakland, serves as our treasurer. Aubrey Van Buren is retired UA Local 342. Mick Penn, Swinnerton Builders. John Belperio, Carpenters Local 713. David De Silva Gates. Alicia Burt, PG&E. The Honorable Richard Bartolini, retired. Jim Odie, City Council Member for City of Alameda. Luis Perez, Pancow Builders. Before I go any further, I want to express my deep gratitude to our fundraising committee members, Luis Perez, David De Silva, Mick Penn, Leon Gilmore, Bernita Reagan, and with a special shout out to the staff at Swinnerton Builders, especially Stephanie Northington and her crew for pulling this all together with the committee and Cypress staff. This would not have happened without the hard work and determination of all involved. We have a special program in store for you today. We especially want to thank our sponsors that continue to support the efforts and mission of Cypress, especially during these trying times. We hope to educate others participating about the good work and the success this program has had on so many lives. There is a whole group of directors, staff, community, and industry that have all rallied together to take this program to the next level. We are not helping a few change their lives around. We are helping hundreds. I can attest to the resilience of this whole Cypress Mandela family, and yes, I call them family, by just looking over this past year, maybe a little longer. In May of last year, we unexpectedly lost a good friend and our financial controller, Russ Bolognay, who was instrumental in the finances of our organization. In December, we lost our longtime friend, mentor, and founder, Art Shanks. And most recently, the passing of our Director of Training, Sylvester Hodges. This was a tremendous amount of institutional knowledge to lose in a little over a year. Oh yeah, and then we had COVID hit in March, shutting down a cohort 2 days into the start of their 16-week training. I know I can share the sentiments with the rest of the board that we cannot be happier and more proud of how staff has rallied, restructured, and continued on with the same quality programming, recruitment, and retention of eligible candidates. Our cohort is back in class and staff is actually putting plans in place to grow Cypress even bigger and better. I can tell you that from my perspective, there's a bright future ahead for the program that I believe will be relevant for years to come. It is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to introduce our new Executive Director, Eric Shanks. Eric has been with Cypress in various capacities for many years and has brought a new and fresh perspective to the program, and particularly the executive director position. Thanks again for your continued support and joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the program. A short video will follow, and then you will hear from our executive director, Eric Shanks. Take care, and please stay safe and healthy.
I'm Eric Shanks, the new Executive Director for Cypress Mandela Training Center. Allow me to share a brief history with you on how Cypress got started. After the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake and the collapse of the Cypress structure, the community of West Oakland came together and demanded that Caltrans, that they not only fund the program, but also they wanted to have inclusion on the design and construction. Caltrans came back to them and countered and says, you have no qualified residents to work on the project. Caltrans agreed to put up $250,000 for the start of Cypress Mandela as a project underneath the Private Industry Council, headed by Gay Cobb, Gene Johnson, Moses Main, and Art Shanks. And that's how we ended up with Cypress Mandela. The program initially started out as 9 weeks. And what they quickly found out, 9 weeks was not enough time to turn residents in with no skill base, no life skills component around. So they increased it to 12 weeks. And what we discovered, 12 weeks wasn't enough time. So we came back to the drawing board, we looked at it again, and we revamped the program to extend it out to 16 weeks. We found that we have greater success. The students came out better qualified. We were able to grow our curriculum to make sure that they had the most advanced training, the most comprehensive training, so they could be employable for long term. We were after careers and not just jobs. So that was part of the history of how we got started around it. Today, I'm happy to say that we've grown again. We still have our 16-week, and now we have our advanced training programs, which includes part of the PG&E Power Pathway program, both the electric and the gas sides of business. We also have incorporated BART. We started off initially with BART, with just a track worker. I'm happy to say that we've expanded to include the structure worker program. Now I'll be happy to share with you what's going to take place for the rest of the program. Some of you probably have already received your lunch meals for this afternoon, and that's part, we want to thank Swornington for their sponsorship of that. You're also going to hear from some of our graduates, some of our current students, from our board members, and from industry partners that we have. And with that, please enjoy.
We at PG&E, we've been partnering with Cypress now since really our Power Pathway program dates all the way back to about 2008. The first official program was in 2010, but since then we've graduated over 250 students that work here at PG&E, either in gas and electric, or even some of our management types of careers. We've had a rich history, and we do really well with our Cypress students because they're local. And, PG&E, of course, being the energy provider in California, we're looking for local folks. With the cost of living in the Bay Area, and also a really big piece is we want folks to understand what it's like to work in their community.
My name is Rico Lane. I'm 23 years old, from Oakland, born and raised in Oakland, California. So 3 years ago, January of 2018, I had made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I had went to prison for some dumb stuff I was doing. I was smoking weed every day, just, the average teenage life. And I was working a night shift that I'm working now in Union City, and I was doing that. I was really disappointed in myself because I'm not that type of person. I'm not a criminal, but then I just got tied in with the wrong people, the wrong crowds. So yeah, I went to prison, and I got to feel what it was like. It wasn't just watching TV. I was actually, I was in a cell. So yeah, so after that, I was just working on myself a lot. I wasn't having no fun, really. I was just working all the time, like I'm still doing now. And in November of 2019, I actually got a driver's helper with UPS, so I was doing that, and I was doing a night shift for up to like 22 hours every day, Monday through Sunday. So yeah, I was just working on myself a lot, and I'm happy because now with me doing Cypress Mandela and the night shift, I'm so used to working all day, so this is really nothing. So.
All right. Hello, my name is Richard Valle, and I wear two hats. One, I'm the president of Tri-Said Recycling, and we are California's largest nonprofit recycling operation. We employ at-promise youth who have great potential, who live in our community, who live in South Hayward, Union City, Fremont. And these are kids that have had a tough time making a living or getting into the apprentices programs for the trades, and kids that are having trouble at school, and kids that also have trouble at home. So we work with those kids, and we've been working with Cypress Mandela since my good friend Art Shanks set up the facility here in Union City. So we funnel kids from Tri-Said, which are good paying jobs, into Cypress Mandela, where they can create a career for themselves. And as a supervisor, I represent Fremont, Newark, Union City, and Hayward. And Cypress Mandela has been a funnel for us for a number of years, since way back when Art Shanks first started Cypress. And now Eric is running the show, and I have great confidence in his ability. So we have supported Cypress Mandela through funding through the county, and we continue to support it because of the objectives and the mission statement and the people that they target. But District 2, which is my district, has a special place in its heart for Cypress Mandela. We want to see them continue to perpetuate themselves, promote themselves, and do everything that they can to do the good work my good friend Art started many years ago. And I know many members of the board of directors have great respect for the organization and the great work that they're doing. So I want to thank you, Eric. I want to thank everybody on that team for doing all of the good work that you do. You deserve all the credit, and you deserve more funding, everybody from the county and the state and the federal government. Thank you so much.
5 years ago, I joined Cypress Mandela in pursuit of getting into the construction industry, and I went through the program and eventually became a labor apprentice with Swinnerton, and currently I switched over 3 years after to a carpenter apprentice. And Cypress Mandela really helped in preparing me through their boot camp, which was very hard and pretty challenging and tough, but really good at building character and skills. So we did a range of things in Cypress Mandela, from carpentry to concrete masonry. We ran around the block multiple times with rebar, bundles of rebar, or sometimes, huge Like, I'm not sure what size bar it was, but big bar. And it really sort of instilled in me a sort of discipline that I needed to have on job sites. And also the physical capabilities, stamina, endurance, and all that when I got into the actual job sites. The instructors were all very helpful and very knowledgeable about everything, and good people overall. No, I really appreciate Cypress Mandela for, helping me to get into the industry. And so, yeah, I just appreciate y'all.
We love the program at Cypress Mandela. It's been such a fantastic program, and with Swinnerton's really move towards self-perform, and we're doing more and more, self-perform every year. What we're trying to do is increase our number of craft, but also make sure that we're hiring craft from our local communities that are part of our local communities. And when we started to really hook up with Cypress Mandela Group, and back when Art was still with us, we've gotten nothing but fantastic, really candidates out of the program. They fit really well within our organization. And it just really makes us feel good about being not only part of their future, but how we can continue to grow our self-perform capabilities within our own communities. Program fits extremely well with what our mission is, and I just love everything that we're doing here.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Millard. I am a student here at Cypress Mandela. I've been here for like 12 weeks. Before coming here, I was working as a waitress in Oakland, and I was homeless before coming into Cypress, and I was just trying to get back on my feet. I was going through a really rough patch, and I was talking to somebody that came through Cypress before me. And I just said, man, what's up? I need something. Like, I need something better. I have, no experience out in the field or in construction, but with waitressing and trying to make a living wage, it was just not happening. So I was able to get into Cypress. I've been here, like I said, for 12 weeks. They've taught me a lot. Character, I'm building up my responsibilities again, getting back, on my feet, and just being, responsible. They got me clean, so I can just take my life back, My biggest takeaway is probably right now just building your character and learning new things. Like, I love learning. I love running around here and trying new things and picking up, something. What's it? How do I do this? You show me, and then let me show somebody else. I love that. I love going home and being excited. I'm really grateful to be here. I really am. They definitely have saved my life. For sure.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Taylor, and I am the City Council representative for Oakland District 6. My roots here in the town grow deep, back to the 1940s when my grandparents moved here from the segregated South to seek new life and new opportunities. When they moved here to Oakland afforded them the opportunity to move from poverty to prosperity, from living in the projects to purchasing their own home. These same opportunities are very hard to come by in modern times, although I am certainly committed to making them more available and accessible for all Oaklanders. Fortunately, we have a program and organization that lives up to that historical model. Cypress Mandela Training Center, anchored here in District 6, is one such organization, and I am grateful to have them in my district. Cypress is in the business of transforming lives, building up our young people so that they can build up our city. It has been nationally recognized for the transformational impact that they have had on the lives of our underserved and under-resourced and underemployed community members. Our part of the city has been plagued by significantly higher unemployment rates than other parts of the city, and that primarily impacts Black and Latinx residents. Cypress's program is a critical solution to moving our local residents from that poverty to prosperity through promising careers in the building and construction trades. That is why I was honored to be able to increase the City of Oakland's support for the Cypress Mandela Training Center by 5x during my first budget process as a council member. Little did I know that the need for Cypress and its programs would be even more pronounced this past year with the introduction of COVID-19. The staggering increase in unemployment among Oaklanders really makes the need for promising career and workforce development even greater. Now, no recognition or acknowledgement of Cypress Mandela's work would be complete without an acknowledgement of the dedicated life and service of Art Shanks. I'm grateful to have been able to honor Art at the City Council's Black History Recognition event this past February. Even though it was after his passing, it was deeply important that we lifted up his legacy, his life, and in appreciation of it. Art is a true pillar of Oakland, along with another amazing pillar of this organization who I want to recognize, Sylvester Hodges, who we also lost recently, who was Cypress's director of training, and so much more. They will both be surely missed. I'm grateful for the leadership of Eric Shanks, who stepped in as executive director to ensure that Cypress's its mission continues on, that it's able to scale its impact for the benefit of our community. Eric, as I've mentioned to you before, I look forward to supporting you and Cypress and your mission to serve our young people well into the future. Before I close, I have to leave you with one simple question. What is the value of a dream realized? What is the value of a promise kept for the benefit of future generations? We likely can't pay what that is worth, but I encourage you to try. Please support Cypress Mandela and the young people who benefit from its programs as generously as you can. Thank you and have a great evening.
Good afternoon. My name is Bernita Reagan, and I am the Vice President of the Board of Directors for Cypress Mandela Training Center. We're very thankful to all the support that all of you have given to Cypress Mandela, which I personally believe is a very important part of making our community a better place. As a woman working in a small minority woman-owned business that focuses on construction and insurance, we know how difficult it is for disadvantaged residents to get experience and opportunities in the construction trade. So we're very grateful for your support. All of us have been really struggling with COVID, with all the social unrest that addresses the systemic inequities in our society. And we believe that Cypress is a concrete example of ways that we can all make our communities better. So we look forward to your continued support, both moral, financial, and any other way that you can give it. And we, as the Board of Directors, commit ourselves to ensuring that Cypress not only sustains in difficult times like the one that we're in, but also prospers and grows to continue to be an even more important part of our community. So thank you for your support, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
What is the Cypress Mandela Training Center? The Cypress Mandela Training Center is one of the most prominent, dominant training centers for a 16-week pre-apprenticeship program right here in Oakland. We were in West Oakland for 23 years. We moved here into East Oakland 2 years ago to make a difference in this community. We train students from the community, place them back in meaningful careers so that they can be tax law-abiding citizens. The Cypress Mandela Training Center serves a variety of individuals from the community. We deal with local churches, Oakland Unified School District. We serve both males and females. It's a co-ed training. This training also takes in re-entry individuals who has been kicked to the curb and recycle them through our process, which makes them the most successful. You name it, they're going to learn it here. Even if they decide they don't want to do construction training, those skills that they will learn here, they can take those elsewhere and be just as productive.